Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bitches Who Brunch. I am your head bitch in charge, Miss Vonnie Lynn, and I have with me my producer Abel. How you doing, Abel?
Hi, I'm okay. I just
Hey.
woke up from a nap, from a fat ass nap. So I'm like discombobulated. I'm like, what day is it? What time is it? What week is it?
Are we ready for this episode? I know we missed last week, guys, so we are catching up. And speaking of our last episode, so our Mean Girls episode, remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Remember you couldn't figure out how to say Katie Caddy, which one it was? I have been told to correct you and tell you it was Caddy.
That's wrong. I don't care. That's wrong. It's Katie.
He's sticking by it. He's staying with it, you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, this week on this episode, this is our bare minimum episode. So, we are going to be talking about all things bare minimum in relationships. And it was pretty funny because this week I put up a question on Facebook as well as TikTok. What is the bare minimum in relationships? And the responses we got back. I mean, Facebook was pretty like okay. Uh, Twitter, on the other hand, was fucking insane. You could definitely see like the age differences, like in
Mm.
what was said on Facebook and what was said on Twitter. And yeah, I can't wait to get into these. So you guys know me. Let's jump right in. Let's talk about what bare minimum actually means because I think a lot of people don't really like understand what the meaning of bare minimum is. So the bare minimum means the smallest possible quantity or least fulfilling but still adequate condition that is required, acceptable, or suitable. So that is bare minimum.
I can't believe you had to start the episode off with telling people what bare minimum was.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause like I was having some conversations with some people and they were like naming off stuff and I was like, well, those are kind of like more like deal breakers. But and which we'll get into that. So we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with some bare minimum stuff, and then we're gonna get into what we will not put up with in relationships and everything like that. And you guys in the chat, if you want to put your stuff in there, let us know like what your bare minimums are and what you will or will not tolerate, put up with, or want your partner to do in the relationship. So I'm going to start off first by saying this is like a crazy statistic. So this was um, a, a survey done by People Magazine on people that most recently went through breakups or divorces, and 78% of them said they did not even receive the bare minimum in the relationship. That's wild. 78%.
It's a lot for because when you talk about bare minimum, I also do talk about. I feel like when you said no non-negotiable kind of deal breaker, I kind of put them together a little bit in certain things. So for that big of a percentage to not have that, I'm like, what are you doing? Because then it's like, are you even happy in your relationship?
And of that percentage, it was 25% male to 75% female. That was the ratio.
I believe that because I feel like for the most part, men are just like physical beings. Like they just need like a physical touch, and that's their bare minimum. Like a man is like, touch my penis, and we're good.
I mean, but yeah, most men, not all men, most
Yeah,
men.
not. I mean, not all, but I just feel like for a lot of men, that's why I believe that statistic.
Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Nice to have you with us again. Okay, so why do you think, what is the number one reason that people have said why they did not give at least the bare minimum or why they only gave the bare minimum in relationships?
Because they were checked out of it already. I believe they're not giving the bare minimum because they're checked out. Their mind is somewhere else with someone else, not interested, like a lack of interest.
So the number one reason why people said they did not give the bare minimum or that is all that they gave was because they were keeping that person around because they provided them with, some kind of thing, whether it was sex or just the companionship because they were waiting for a better option to come around. Like they knew that this person wasn't like their person that they were going to end up with, but this person was giving them attention, and it's better to have some attention than no attention. So that is why most people don't even give the bare minimum in relationships, because they're just still keeping their options open and hoping for something better to come along.
Hmm. Yeah, that's like kind of what I was thinking when I said like checked out, or they're
Mhm.
kind of, because it's just like they're waiting for something better to come around, but it's weird.
So when I asked, I know, okay, I know I'm kind of guilty of this where I did not do the bare minimum and stuff like that. But for me, that was already at a point where I was, like you say, checked out of the relationship. Like I was already completely done with it. And I just like withdrew my energy. And at that
Hmm.
point, I didn't try. I didn't, nothing. That was it. That's all you got. Basically, you just got like a empty shell at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my bare minimum happens a lot with or like lack thereof bare minimum, even in like friendships, not just like when you think about bare minimum, and it's not like just like with your partner, but friendships is when I'll a lot of the times like pull back, or give bare minimum, like you give what you get, or you give, unless you're Bonnie, because Bonnie, one thing about her is if I'm trying to go MIA, she doesn't allow the bare minimum.
No.
Bonnie will go, if I'm not giving the bare minimum, Bonnie will pull up until I can give her the bare minimum. She's like, oh,
Period.
no, we're not, we're trying still. But like if I'm in a funk or something, but like with friends in general though, like some friendships, I was just talking to my other best friend about this. And I was telling her that some friendships are like, I think people give the bare minimum like in friendships because of like how long they've known somebody. But I have come to realization with lots of therapy that just because you've known somebody for a long time doesn't mean that they always have to be in your life for a long time. Like it's okay to be like, they served a purpose in my life for 20 years, but that was from the first 20, and I have to like cut the bare minimum and like just cut it now.
Yeah. No, that's very true. When I do it
Hmm.
with friendships, like when I start giving bare minimum effort, it's because I notice like I think I was filling more of the cup than they were. So, I have those, sometimes you have those friends where, you find you're always the one reaching out, you're always the one calling or texting and this and that. And it's like, hey, it goes both ways. Phone works
Hmm.
both ways, effort works both ways. And once I catch someone like giving me that energy, I'm gonna give that back unless it's one of my besties, because that's what we're not gonna do.
Yeah.
Anna Anna said seasons change and friends and relationships change. It's very true. That is very true.
Yep.
Um, so on Facebook, we had quite a few answers on there, but all of them were basically the same, and it was these same basic six components that said what their bare minimum in relationships are. And that is communication, trust, loyalty, respect, support, and compassion.
Yeah. Those are almost all of mine. Those, yeah, I think there was just like one other that you didn't cover, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think those are, I guess technically would, because I mean those are givens. Like
But
you're
that is like for some people, like you have to lay that out. Like that is a bare minimum. That is an expectation. And I feel like if you don't set an expectation in a relationship, that's when there's murky lines that
Mhm.
could be crossed.
Yeah. And expectations in everything, whether
Hmm.
it's communication or money or sex or, trust, like all of that stuff. Like those conversations are important.
Yep.
So they're hard, but they're important. Well, since you said those were some of your lists, let's go over your list first.
Yeah. So
Hit us with yours.
I have five things with my bare minimum. So my first
Oh,
one is like physical touch. Like for me, like the very bare minimum in a relationship is like I have to be like touched. I have to be like loved on. That's like my bare minimum. That's like my like hug me. I'm not a big PDA person, but like the other day we were laying down watching a movie and I told Jonathan, like, I need you to like swallow me. Like I need like to be squeezed super tight. Like that's like I need that, right? And then communication um is with it's my bare minimum, because in all aspects of like friendships, relationships, and it's weird because I do require that of people. Like that is the bare minimum for me, is like they have to be able to communicate with me, but that's also something that I am working on myself, because I lack in communication. Everybody will tell you that is close to me, that I will just shut off, and not always on purpose. It's just I am so used to just not relying on anyone or feeling like a burden. And so it's weird that communication is one of my bare minimums, but I also am trying to work on that for myself. Shared interests is another bare minimum. I have to have someone that has some kind of interest that I have. Like that's like a bare minimum, because if we don't have anything in common, we can't really build on from there. Again, that's friendships, relationships, like in on general. Like we have to have shared interests of some kind. Not everything. I'm not gonna like everything you like. You're not gonna like everything I like, but we have to have that common, like, this is our shared interest. Trust, right? I need to be able to trust you, whether you're my best friend, whether you're my boyfriend. Trust is a big deal, bare minimum. Like if you break that trust, like again, we talked about, like some people think bare minimum is non-negotiable list. That's like also like they go hand in hand for me. And then respect, and not just respecting me, but like so for instance, my relationship, I expect my partner to respect my friends and my family. I also expect my family and friends to respect my partner. And so respect goes, that's like bare minimum. Like you have to just be able to give, like I have to have respect in general for me. I think I was trying to think of others, but those are the only 5 that I could come up with.
The respect thing is pretty big. Anna said love language before kids was physical touch. Now, after kids, it's acts of service. Yeah, that does change. Your love languages do change over time. That's why it's good to
Mm-hmm.
keep those conversations fresh. But when it goes back to respect, that's a huge one, because people need to understand one thing about me. When it comes to my partner, my man, like I'm quick to cut off anybody for that person. Like at the end of the day, that's my person. And family, friends, like it doesn't matter. I'm sorry if I've known you 25 years and you disrespect that man, we're going to have some issues, because that's like ultimately that should be like one of your priorities with your partner, you know.
Yep.
um
Yeah, then if you know me, like like respect. Like if I feel like as a friend, like you disrespected me, you will be quickly removed from my life without explanation, without a blink. I completely just will cut someone out. Bonnie laughs because she knows that, like,
I'm dying over here because he is quick with that block button, he is quick with
delete,
that
block,
delete.
and all it took was someone to disrespectfully breathe towards me. And Bonnie's like, well, god damn.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anna said, bare minimum, the silence is not awkward. It feels like peace and love, friends and relationships. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like with Abel, when he goes silent, like I know, like when he's going, I give him a little bit of space, but I don't like there's too much space. I got a time limit. I got a time limit. He's got 72 hours to figure it the fuck out. After 72 hours, I'm pulling up.
Anna shared a comment of something, and of of a person that I've cut off in the past, and see, Anna knows too. I'm just very much like that, like respect, communicate, like those my bare minimums. Like you can't give me that bare minimum.
I know who that
No.
is.
Yeah.
I just realized. Yep.
Yeah.
With the quickness. And we all did. And I'll do period. If my friend don't like you and my friend don't fuck with you, my bestie, I don't fuck with you either. And I don't like you. Sorry. That's just how it goes. So for me, the bare minimums, I'm like, I didn't have that many. I had 9 high
I
maintenance.
gotta have that many 7 hours later.
I don't have that many. Okay, for me, love. Love is a big one for me.
Mm,
Like whether it's, love between your friends, your partner, whatever it is, love is a bare minimum for me in any type of relationship. Communication, obviously everybody said that.
yeah.
Because I feel like if you don't like start it with why are you even in that relationship if there's not like the communication is there. So and that's like like just communicating your feelings or like just like your day or your schedule or just communication in all aspects of the relationship, having it open you know and my third one goes along with that, and that's creating a safe space for your partner to where they can tell you certain things. Like I feel like for me that's a minimum, because if I don't feel safe with you, why am I with you? If you don't feel safe
Mm.
with me, why are you with me?
That's kind
So
of like that also ties in with like on honest comment of like the silence isn't awkward whenever you give that like safe space. Like if you're like when you're in a safe space with someone, if you're just laying there in silence, it's not weird.
mm,
It's just like a safe, and it feels
it's
like
soothing.
this is the minimum. This is what we're doing. This is like us spending time together.
Yeah, exactly. It's like for me it's like soothing. Like we could
Hmm.
be in the same room, or even if we're in the same, like just same house, same space, same area, like I could see you can see me, but we're not really talking to each other, we're just like existing. Like to me that's
That's actually a big one for me too, because like even my friendships, like Vonnie knows a lot of my social anxieties. Like a lot of times it takes us just like if we're at our house, like we're not even talking, we're just supposed to like on our phones, but we're spending time together.
exactly, that's
Hmm.
that's a big one. um and knowing each other's love languages. I know Anna already brought up love languages, so did you. Like knowing your partner's love language to me is so important, and being like aware of it and stuff, and also trying to like figure out what yours are and communicating what your love languages are to that person. I think that's for me it's bare minimum of what you can do. Number four is five. Consistency for me. Consistency, like you got to be consistent with me. Don't introduce me to an energy you can't maintain. Don't do that. Like
No.
the least you can do with someone is be consistent. So, making your partner feel wanted, that's for me, that's bare minimum. Bare minimum in a
Yep.
relationship. Your partner should always know you are wanted, you are desired, all that stuff. You're needed, but not like in a way like I need you to breathe, I need you to live and function. No, 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 no. I need your energy, like because I want it. Stuff like that. But yeah, your partner should always be making you feel like you're beautiful, you're worth it, and you should be making your partner feel that way too. For me, that's
Hmm.
bare minimum energy. Consideration, being considerate of each other, considerate of each other's feelings, emotions, needs, all that stuff. Loyalty, of course. Like it blows my mind how like nowadays people get in these relationships and stuff, and they're like they want a pat on the back because they were loyal to you in a moment.
Like,
What?
no, that's the bare minimum.
Yeah, period. What? Like I've gone through it and I've seen it where like guys are like, "Yeah, babe, I did good. Some girl talked to me today and I didn't get her number." What? That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
I always think of like also friendships with that because I feel like your friends like should be that way as well. I feel like if like you said, like if you have beef, I have beef, and it's not always like that because a friend also will tell you like, hey, like that's you're not right in this situation.
Mhm.
But I feel like if your friend to your face is saying one song and then to another person's face is tuning into another song, I've witnessed that fairly kind of recently, where your friend with you has one energy and you're not, and then they're inconsistent with their energy or with their story when it comes to something else. Like one thing about me is I'm very consistent. I don't want to be around people ever. I don't like to like, you know what I mean? Like I like to have control of situations. One thing about me, like you will not be surprised if Abel says no, or if Abel,
Yeah.
but the thing is like when your friend shows, like you said, being inconsistent is, oh yeah, like I'm your girl, you're my best friend, and then someone comes whispering in their ear and they change energy. That's a
Mhm.
lot of inconsistent for me that I can't deal with.
I think that's wild, and that is something that also I've seen recently, and that was
Mhm.
like seeing it happen real time. It was like, wow,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow.
Hmm.
So, and also like what you were saying with that loyalty, like loyalty is not just like not cheating or anything like that, but that's also like just having your partner's back, being loyal to them. Like, if like there's issues, whether it's with family or friends or whatever, you're loyal to your partner on that sense. And then the last one for me is understanding that the little things matter. For me, that's bare minimum. The little things, like the good mornings and the good nights and, the phone calls, the texts, like all of that stuff is like bare minimum. Anna said morning hugs and coffee mugs every day. I love that.
Yeah, that goes like with the little things,
Absolutely. So I think that's really good. We both have like almost like the same, and I think for like a lot of people, they probably have the same ones on there. I know. When I
It's
asked
weird
for
though that you have to vocally say bare minimum is trust or bare minimum is respect, because I feel like that should just be like
a given,
default setting. I
and
feel like
it's
that should be a
not.
default setting, and it's not. So I feel like that's why we have, or everyone has like the same list, because it's not a default setting nowadays.
Well, I feel like everyone like in our groups, like the millennials going into the Gen Xers and stuff, like,
Hmm.
even like the Zennials, if you want to call them, that's technically where I fall under. I think that's why we all have the same answers because to us, we know those things are givens. And I think that's why all those answers were the same when I asked on Facebook, because everyone that answered on there is part of those eras, those
Yeah.
generations. Now I'm gonna get into the let's hop over to the Twitter ones. Oh,
Mm.
this is gonna be fun. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna start with the Twitter ones and then we'll go into Instagram ones. So on Twitter, the number one thing that they said on there was pay the bills. The man should pay the bills. All the bills.
That's the bare minimum. Okay. They're gonna end up alone and divorced and cheated on and all the above.
Pay the bill. And even like in the dating stage, and people like were going into context about this stuff. And there was one girl on there was like, I expect him to pay my rent, pay the bills, buy the groceries. And I'm like, and that's just in the dating stage. That's not even like, oh hey, this is a forever thing. That to them is like right off the bat. How can you expect like
They're
what?
probably single as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
single, they're being cheated on. I hate to tell them.
Okay. And this other female said, the number one bare minimum for me is keep me up with my maintenance. She put hair, nails, paying for dates, stuff like that.
I have a problem with that being
Mhm.
a bare minimum. I don't feel like those two things that you just listed, I don't feel like in to want those things is not a bad thing. But for those two things to be bare minimum is the bad part.
Right,
To
right.
expect it, that's the bad. So it's not like bad to like everybody wants a sugar daddy, but it's not bad. It's just that when you expect it, like that's my bare minimum. I'm like, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's not bad to want those things like, hey,
Or every now
every
and then,
right, right. Every now and then, every girl loves it when their boyfriends are like, here, babe, go get your nails done, or hey, babe, like this is on me today. Like, oh, you're out with the girls, buy a round of drinks on me, stuff like
hmm
that. But when you when you require that, I think that's shitty.
yeah,
So,
that's not cool.
here's the next one: flowers every week.
No, flowers die, like, and then that's drama, and then it's like, no, I don't think so.
E-
Mm-mm.
Okay, here's the thing. I love getting flowers. I don't want to say like I'm cheap or whatever. I like say I'm like frugal, but like I'm all, what kind of flowers? Like when she put a picture of like this extravagant bouquet, and I'm like, no, girl, no. Like, first of all, it takes away from the, hey, babe, I saw these and thought of you thing. If you're requiring it once a week, all that man's got to do is put it in his calendar and like go to a subscription flower service and
And then
put it
every
on there.
week, and he'll forget
Yeah,
about it.
and then it doesn't mean anything. But on
Hmm.
top of that, I would beat my man's ass if he spent $100 a week on flowers for me. Boy, if you don't go to HEB and get me some daisies or carnations and then give me the rest of the money, get out of
I
here.
don't. I don't enjoy getting flowers. That's not something I enjoy because then I feel burdened. Like, how do you keep this thing alive? Like, I can barely keep myself alive. Like, no, it's like giving somebody a pet. Don't ever do that. And then, but I do enjoy giving or ordering flowers. Like, but I've done it on both. Like, I've done it on like Valentine's, obviously, but then also like just because, but
Mhm.
like randomly, not often. It's just flowers are just stressful. It's like, they're gonna die. Like you have to keep up with them. Like, oh, it's stressful. Like I'm telling you, I'm barely hanging on by a thread myself. Do you want me to keep something else alive? Bitch, get out of here.
The anxiety of it all.
I know.
And then I'm weird. Let me see. Anna says, why though? That's not dating minimum, that's marriage minimum. Why give VIP energy when you expect extra? No. I can see like opening the door, paying for a date, but anything else is extra. That's very true. That is marriage energy. That's what you do when you're like, you know, but even that's not a requirement. It's not a requirement for my
Hmm.
husband to to do all that stuff. But all right, so the next one is sex every week at least 3 times. That's a bare minimum.
Um, that person doesn't have a job or things to do. Cause bitch, that's ideal. That's great. But bitch, I'm tired. I just woke up from a fucking hardcore nap. I'll be damned if Jonathan tried to wake me up when he got home to be intimate. Like,
He's just standing
girl,
there with his chicken nugget hanging out. You're like, I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. I'm asleep. And then 3 times a week?
3 times a week.
No, we have jobs, so we're tired. And then that also feels like if it's like a minimum, I feel like
So you're gonna want more.
well, no, well, that's a minimum, right? So maybe
Oh,
more,
they're gonna want
but
more.
that's also like another thing. Like, then that takes away the special intimate moments, intimate
Right.
evenings or afternoons or intimate mornings, intimate that takes away from the special, like when you're intimate with someone, that's a special moment. Like
Yeah.
that's like you're sharing energy with each other. And I feel like if you're doing it, that's another thing. It's like basically you're putting it on subscription service.
The sex every Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, and Friday. Anna said, I got shit to do.
For real, girl. Like, like I just like
For
the flowers. I'm hanging on by a thread here. You want me to try to keep flowers alive and have sex 3 times a week? Minimum? Girl,
minimum.
I'm tired. I got
So
a job.
for me, I'm like, wait a minute. How long does this sex have to last? Because if we're
Yeah.
talking 5 to 7 minutes, that's manageable. But
Yeah, but they're trying to pull all-nighters.
oh no, stop
Girl,
it.
longer than 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna work today.
No, like what are we doing? It's been an
Like,
hour. Like if we haven't figured it out after 30 minutes, this is, I'm
like, like if it's in the morning, I'm like, all right, we gotta get up. We gotta get this day going. Like now I'm just irritated. Let's go.
like, can we just go to the gym instead?
Yeah, like this isn't
Fuck.
gonna that's a lot though. Like bare minimum to say tell someone like that's I mean, I guess for some people that could be a bare minimum, but I just feel like I don't know.
Yeah, for me it wouldn't be a bare minimum, but for me, like sex weekly, like if you're with, I'm not saying it'd be a requirement, but I'm also saying like it, you know. Jonathan, hey cousin, nice to see you. So what's like your sexual bare minimum?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a minimum. I'm a girl. I don't have a minimum. Like I said, I think it's just like
When it
when
happens,
like
it
it
happens.
happens. Like it's just not like it's been 2 days. Come on now, TikTok. It's not like that, you know? But it's just like again, because then it's like I just feel like you're ruining like the moments. It's like on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't forget, like no, that's stressful. I don't have a bare minimum. I just feel like as long as my like, because I mentioned one of my bare minimums is like I have to be loved on, like touched, and
Yes.
so I feel like as long as that's being taken care of, like even if it's like my absolute favorite thing is like when we're sleeping, I but like my our legs wrap around each other. Like I don't want to be all like held up and hold like all night because I'm sweating. It's hot. Like leave I need my space. But like when our just like our feet wrap, like that's touch to me. Like that, as long as that
Right.
minimum's being met, that's what matters for me.
Yeah. I think I get like that a lot. Um, I will say, let me see. Jonathan says, been since October for me. Anna
Mm,
said, yeah, like I want you to want me, be not because it's been a while. Yes,
yeah.
exactly. But when it does go for a while, I might be like, just saying.
Yeah. Like
Your
what's
girl's
what's
your
your
girl's
bare
funny.
minimum?
Uh, well,
Huh?
oh, why are you looking at me like that?
What's your bare minimum? HBIC?
Oh, well,
Why are
you
you getting hot
know,
over there? Your ring light
it
working extra
is.
hard?
It is kind of hot in here all of a sudden. My ring light is hot. What is going on? I'm dropping stuff
Girl,
here. Hold
dropping your
on.
dildo and things, girl.
It's my Baymax. Stop it
Oh,
right
Anna.
now. What's a while, Vonnie? Whale. Um, a while.
I
Like,
feel like, yeah, I feel like, but if Anna, if you mean like what's a while, like it's like going on for a while, I feel like longer than 10 minutes is a while for me.
longer than oh okay. I thought you meant like when it's been a while. Like
No. Oh,
okay.
like, I
So
don't know. But if it's what has been a while for you?
been a while for me, like in a normal relationship where you see your partner every day
Yeah.
and you guys are either live
Like
together or you
living
live in the
together.
same city. A while to me would be like after like 2 weeks, I'm like,
I was about to say
what's
that. I was
going
gonna
on?
say like up to like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like up to like 2 weeks, and then it's like we
Mm,
got to get the show on the road.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something's gotta give.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a bare minimum either. Like when it comes to sex and stuff like that, it's just when it happens, it happens. And but if I do ever get to a point where I'm like, look, like if you're like in a no contact phase or like whatever it is, whatever is going on, like I will voice it. I will say I'm struggling with this. Like what's going on? So the next one is oh, this was from a guy. He said, I expect her to keep the house clean, even if we don't live together. I would want her to clean my house.
What? He wants
Huh?
her to clean her. He doesn't want her house to be clean. He wants his house to be cleaned by her.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about her house. It just
So
says,
yeah, he wants um mm,
and
um
underneath his answer, another guy said, she needs to cook for me. That's bare minimum. Anna said, boy, call your mama. and then
for
underneath
real.
and then underneath that one, another guy said, and she needs to do the laundry.
Like Anna said, don't call me, call your mama.
To
Mm-mm.
me, again, that is all like marriage stuff. Like what like you would
But
expect.
even in a marriage, it's not like you're gonna cook for me, you're gonna clean for me, you're gonna not in a healthy marriage.
Yeah, it's not demanded. Like that stuff,
Yeah.
like if like,
It's like
like
negotiable. It's like, all right, I'm gonna cook, but you better take this trash out.
Yeah.
or I'm gonna cook because I'm not gonna wash these dishes, or I'll wash the dishes if you cook, or it's like that, like negotiable. Like these people are, what the fuck is wrong with them? They're fucking psychopaths.
And the one under that, it's funny that you just said take the trash out because that's what a girl put on there. He always has to take the trash out. I will never touch the garbage.
Well, bitch, your house must be stanky and gross because what if he ain't around?
Yeah. I mean, if he ain't around, yeah, obviously you take the trash out, but come
She says she don't ever want to touch it though. I don't like these people that be writing you on Twitter. I don't like them. Let me know who they are. I don't like none of them.
at
The girls or the guys.
Well, here's the next one. You ready for this?
Stop, play your head.
Honestly, my hubby washes dishes after I cook, takes out the trash, laundry, outdoor stuff. It's his house too, not just mine. See, I love that. I love that whenever it's like both of you guys, doing all that. Mauricia says, "Ola cola, hey." So I do like it when it's like both of you guys putting effort into it. Now
Yeah.
I will say if like my partner is the one working the majority of the time, I work from home or anything like that, I'm going to do the majority of all of that. If he wants to help, he can help, which he would be there when I cook, clean, like do the dishes, like after, like that's just like courtesy, like common courtesy. For me, that's what I think it is. Generate now, that might not be for everybody. I don't know. I just feel like it's so different. So, but here's the next one, Abel. You ready for this one?
Don't piss me off. I told you I just woke up from a fat ass nap. I haven't ate dinner.
Oh, we finna piss him off. Okay. Below jobs weekly. Bare minimum has to be done.
People don't have jobs. That's what I'm getting out of this survey. Survey says people need to get jobs. I thought the economy was doing better, but that's a lie because obviously none of these people have jobs. These people that said cooking, cleaning their house, and blowjobs. Get a job.
That's a requirement. That's bare minimum for my man.
That's bare
to have a
minimum.
fucking job. Fuck. Yeah, blowjobs weekly. That's Anna said, NSYNC said bye.
That's a special occasion, girl.
Yeah. Oh, and then someone asked him underneath, will you reciprocate? And he said, no, only if she's acted right.
I'm not gonna like, I don't even know what to say at this point in time. These people are wild. If she acted right,
then she can get her kitty cat 8. See that I would just this is why they single. Seriously.
Yep.
Seriously. Mauricio said it is something I have to make sure it's checked off.
I don't know what this fuck is wrong with these people on the internet. I've had it with them.
I was like, only if she actually, that would make me act up even more. I'm gonna act up twice now. I don't need you to do that for me anyway.
What does act right mean?
I don't know. Take the do the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry
and the blowjob.
All that done, and blowjobs and sex 3 times a week. Oh, and wait till you hear the last one. Wait till you hear the last one. We're almost there. Okay. The next one, this girl said, ask me if I ate. That's what bare minimum. Her most important bare minimum. You have to ask me if I ate today. Did you?
You don't have to ask me if I ate because you're gonna know. Because like right now, this is working my nerves because I haven't ate. So everybody knows. There is no hiding it. That's not like a. But bitch, you're an adult. I'm assuming. I'm not gonna ask you if you're hungry, bitch. Go get Make yourself a sandwich, ho. I don't ask you if you ate. Girl, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna DoorDash something. I'm gonna go get something. Because I'm not gonna cook, but I'm gonna feed myself.
This might be just a girl thing because I like it when my man asks me if I ate. To me, that shows like he kind of cares and knows that I forget to eat because I do forget to eat.
I'm not gonna ask anybody, not even a child, did you eat?
Not even a child. Poor fucking kid.
Girl, you should have ate. No, I ate. Why didn't you eat? That ain't my problem. 1 +
There's
1 =
fucking
2.
dino nuggies in the fridge, bitch. Go eat.
Oh, Marisha called me out.
Mauricio said, "You definitely don't hide when you're hungry, bitch." Oh, he said, "Bitch."
Yeah, I feel like if you're hungry, though, everybody should know. Everybody.
Everybody's gonna find out.
But yeah, you gotta take care of it. Like if I'm hungry, I'm gonna DoorDash. I'm gonna go get food. I will drop everything to go if I'm hungry. I'm not gonna ask anyone on earth, did you eat today? Because if you didn't eat today, it's crazy to me because I did.
Yeah, if I'm hungry, you got exactly 23 minutes until I turn into a different person. And that's just how it is. Mauricio said, "But I do ask no matter what. It's my way of saying let's go out to eat." Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
And
not gonna ask an
there's
adult, did you eat today? I'm not doing it. I'm not even asking my nephew who's a child, did you eat today? No. Use
Abel
your
just
words.
really got it in him.
My
Abel
bare
don't
minimum
have
is my bare minimum is communication, and so communicate that you have ate. I'm not gonna ask you or be like, I'm hungry. Okay, let's go get food. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, have you ate today?
and
I don't
nowhere
ask
on
my
Abel's
dogs that.
nowhere on Abel's list is the word nurture. So fuck off.
No, that's not. We're not doing that. You're an adult. You're a person.
And the
I don't
last
like these people. Ugh. You're not done?
no, one more from
Oh no.
one more from Twitterverse. Keep up with yourself. Don't let yourself go get all sloppy and fat.
Can you repeat that for me?
Keep up with yourself. Don't let yourself go get all sloppy and fat. And the person that commented this, if that was him in his profile picture, he already did that. Mauricio said, "Ooh, those are fighting words. Hell nah."
Okay. These people have a lot of nerve on the World Wide Web. I am sick of the World Wide Web. Like, they need to stop because keep up with yourself.
Keep up with yourself. Bare
Don't
minimum.
get all fat. Bare minimum.
And don't get sloppy either. So that means dress nice, look nice, smell nice, everything. Like
So then you're paying for all of that. And if you don't want me to get big, you're not gonna ask me if I ate today. 1 + 1 is not adding up to 2 for me in these communications from Twitterverse.
Oh, when 1 + 1 doesn't add up to 2, I got questions. I got all the questions, but yeah, no, Twitter's its own demon.
Yeah, I don't get on there. It's too much for me. I'm doing
So
it. And now I know why. You just reaffirmed why I don't get on Twitter, because these people on the fucking internet exist.
all right.
It's fucking weird.
Let's go into the things. So those are all things that are like our bare minimums. Now, like what you were saying earlier, bare minimums and deal breakers and stuff like that go hand in hand. So we're going to go over some things. We both made lists on what to us is something we will not allow or tolerate or put up with in our relationship. Maybe these are things that we've done so in past relationships, but now we know. Mauricio says, to me, gaining weight is when you are comfortable enough, when you are the most relaxed with yourself. It's when it's true and pure. A lot of people say that, like when you're in love, that's you gain weight. Anna says, if I can't get tacos with you, then cuddle till we fall asleep. It's a no. Who wants to eat rabbit food, work out, clean the house, have sex 3 times a week? These people are jobless. I like to work
For
out.
real. Think about that. Eating rabbit food, working out, cleaning the house, having sex 3 times a week, giving blowjobs. They don't have a job. Asking people if they ate, they don't got a job.
I'm not saying I would do that every single day. I mean, I would work out every day, but I think I could work out, clean the house, have sex, and give a blowjob in the same day. I'm not gonna do it every day, but I could do it a couple
Girl, but you
times
got to keep a full-time job. Mm-mm.
with all that. I mean, maybe on Saturday and Sunday I could do that.
And then you had
On the
kids too,
weekend.
girl.
Huh?
Imagine doing all that plus your kids.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
lot.
Melatonin. Say it with me.
Mom, when we're gonna eat? Mom, I'm bored. Mom, hold
Ugh.
on. I gotta make sure your dad ate. Hold on, I gotta give your dad a blowjob. No, no. It's a no for me.
It's too much. It's too much.
Mm-mm,
All
mm-mm.
right, let's start with your list of the things that you will not put up with and tolerate. Let's go through them one by one.
Okay. No lying. Cannot lie. Don't lie about the color of the sky. Don't lie about what color underwear you wore yesterday. Don't lie to me because I will make it a big fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
No cheating or other partners. Absolutely not. There's no room for an open relationship in my life. I don't believe in it. I will unalive you, unalive me, unalive them. Everyone will just be an unalive party. No, for me, a deal breaker, absolute no, is completely opposite political views. We cannot believe in completely opposite ideals of the way a household should be run, much less like a city, country, world that I live in. We have to be aligned on our personal beliefs, because if we're not aligned on my personal political beliefs, if we're on now, I don't mean we agree on everything, but I mean in general, if we're not on the same path, it won't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I started laughing a little bit when you said like the guy who said something about don't be a slob, clean my house. I feel like don't be a slob, but like in our house, like we live together, like pick up after yourself. You're an adult. Like I'm not your mother, call your mama, not me. Don't be a slob. Don't be like, I am also one that like when I talk about slob, that doesn't mean like the way you appear. It's because I am the most like chilled, relaxed, like I'm wearing t-shirt and jeans or t-shirt and shorts. I'm not even thinking about what I wear. It's just like, don't be a slob, you know what I mean? Like in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, when I talked about respect, I said like disrespectful to family and friends. You can't ever disrespect my family and friends. If you have an issue with my family and friends, you bring it to me and I'll decide whether I need to address it or not. But do not be disrespectful to my family or my friends, because that's a line that could get messy. But I think my biggest, if I had to say like biggest two, were the no cheating and other partners, no lying, and political views, like my top three.
Those are your
Like,
top three. Yeah.
because it's so important to me, my personal beliefs, that I can't waver on them.
Yeah, that is something about you, and that goes hand in hand with the relationships and friendships and everything like that for you. Mauricio says his are political, religion, and career.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, for me, like some of mine kind of mirror yours a little bit. My number one is cheating and disloyalty. That's something that like what you said. There is no open relationship or nothing. Anna says
Mm-mm.
agreed and adding open communication. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I will not put up with cheating or disloyalty of any kind. Like
Nope.
that is something that's
You're
even like
at that point, you're unalive. She, he, they are
everybody,
unalive. I'm unalive. Everybody is going to be unalive. We're
everybody,
all unaliving
everybody.
together at this point.
And let me find out it's like the actual physical cheating and you were doing it to me for a while, making me look like a fucking idiot. Then it's you and your whole family. The whole
Yep.
family's got to go now. I'm taking out the whole
Especially your
ancestral line.
especially your grandma.
That one, getting it first. So
The
you could
grandma
watch.
always has to be involved. Yep.
So that one I just can't. And also like the disloyalty part and stuff like that, that comes along with like say you're out and like someone like hits on you or something. And if I fucking know or hear you say, "Oh, sorry, I have a girlfriend." What are you sorry for, motherfucker? So what?
Girls, that's a little crazy.
No, I don't give a fuck. Then I am fucking Looney Toony then,
because
because
they're
bitch,
being,
what?
but the thing is, they're
Bitch,
being
what?
open. They're communicating. They're like, look, sorry, like no disrespect,
No, no,
but
no.
I am
You
I'm in a relationship. What do I have to do? Be like, nah, bitch, back off.
period. So, what are you sorry for? You're sorry you're in a relationship. So if you weren't in a relationship, you'll be cool with it too? No. Mm-mm. Mauricio said, "Damn it, the grandmother, especially the grandmother."
Yeah,
And I
fuck
don't
that
even care
hoe.
if it's
She's the one that started it all.
period. And I don't even care if it's the old lady asking you that stuff. You should be like, nah, I got a girlfriend. There's no sorry. Why are you being nice to her? You
Being
should
respectful.
no. You should be prepared to disrespect anybody over me. Because I'm gonna disrespect motherfuckers over you. That's just how it is. No, now he can open doors for people and stuff. That's nice. I think girls that get mad at their boyfriends for opening the door for like an
Bitch,
old
so you'll
lady or
get
something.
mad if he says sorry, I'm in a relationship, but you won't get mad if he opens the door for these fine ass females.
Yes, yes. Because what are you sorry for? Why
No,
are
you
you
better be sorry.
sorry?
You
You
better
gotta be
not
sorry. You
you
gotta be
better
sorry.
not be don't be sorry, bitch. Slam the door on that bitch's face. I'd be like, why are you holding the door for so long?
Oh, see, so
They're an
you're
adult. They can push
oh
the door
okay.
open. Let's go. We got places to be. Why are we waiting for the stranger? Let's go.
And don't you even think you're gonna pick up one of their bags? If that bitch drops her bag, you better leave that shit on the fucking floor before you end up on the floor right next to
Pick up
that
their
bag.
bag. No, walk by her. You don't know her. You don't know
Period.
them. Mm-mm.
Exactly. You know that bitch. You better not. No, but like, just be loyal to your partner. Don't be out there acting a fool with the opposite sex, disrespecting your partner like that. Anna said he's opening the door to see their asses.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Don't be
So,
opening the door for strangers. Mm-mm.
and I didn't say finance. I said old ladies. If you open the door for old ladies, I'm not gonna get mad. That's the
Yeah, fuck
one.
that bitch though. I don't care. You're a lady. You're out here shopping. You can be out here opening your own door.
Period. Number two for me is gaslighting. I will not put up with gaslighting. You're not about to make me feel like I'm crazy over some shit that I know I'm not crazy about. So no
Yeah.
gaslighting. The gaslightings for me, just don't do that. Number three, lack of effort. If you can't put effort into me and effort into us, I'm not dealing with that. I have to see effort because I'm giving you effort. I'm not going to be the only one putting energy into it. So that's a no for me. This next one, no, I'm sorry, no strip clubs, no following random bitches on social media, no liking bikini pics, thirst traps, all that crap. Like for me,
That's
that's
a
a
no for
negative.
me too, actually. Period. I don't want you liking, sharing, commenting on someone posts.
Nope. Swiping up on their stories, hearting their stories, like all of that stuff is considered micro cheating anyway. So
Mm.
absolutely not will I allow it, want it happening, or any of that shit. And like if you're in a Mauricio said the energy needs to match. Exactly. If you're in a healthy relationship, why do you even want to do that? Why do you want to follow random women on social media, apps and stuff like that? That's just fucking weird to me. You're
What I
weird.
don't mind though is like when it's for instance, like a celebrity, right? Or like a famous, like a porn star or something. If your partner is liking, commenting, following, or liking posts like on that, like a famous person, it's like whatever, because that's never going to happen.
Mhm.
Right. That wouldn't even cross my mind as like a moment of jealousy. Um, like if it was like a famous, porn star or a famous actor or model, like that doesn't bother me honestly, because like that's never
Hold
going
up, wait a minute.
that's never going to happen.
For me, it
Never.
would
Like if
be
they like if they follow them on Instagram, like if like if your husband followed Pamela Anderson or your wife followed Pamela Anderson on Instagram, it's like,
he'd be
yeah,
dead.
she has big tits. Everybody knows it. She's famous. He'll never be with her.
I give two fucks. No, no, no. I don't even give one fuck. No. He wouldn't be following her, first of all. But if he was under Pamela Anderson's fucking pictures and leaving comments on there, for me, it's the disrespect. Now you making me fucking look dumb because guess what? My friends see that. And I'll
But
be
like if he's just
damned.
but not so much comment, but like a lot of times guys aren't going to comment either. They're just going to like. But if he just liked a picture like
Mm-mm,
of Pamela Anderson, or just
mm-mm.
random,
She better be looking like the crypt keeper in that picture.
no, I don't mind that. Like
No,
I don't mind that.
no.
I don't mind that for
I
like a
mind it. I
celebrity
am
of
I
some kind.
am I am woman enough to say I mind it because I know damn well if I went and liked a picture of Channing Tatum shirtless, he wouldn't like that.
Yeah, but
So,
if it's Channing Tatum and like y'all, it's like so like you're never gonna be in the same room as them. Like, why does like that? Whereas if it's Miss, I don't know, Jenny from the block, that bitch is
oh,
right. She lives next door to you, and you're liking her picture. That's a problem.
oh, if it's
That's
somebody local,
those
if
are the
it's
ones you
somebody,
need to be worried about,
no,
not the um celebrities of the world, but the bitches that work at the grocery store. Okay, it's those hoes.
the local.
The one that your man just opened the door for that bitch. That's the bitch you gotta be worried about.
We're strapping up and taking a drive, Abel, if that shit happens. So I'm just saying. Mauricio said, "What if we like pictures together? Then that's on y'all." But at the end of the day, don't be getting mad then. Don't be getting on your fucking feelings later on. Whenever you're looking at yourself in the mirror with no shirt on, you're like, she liked that dude's picture. Uh-huh. Remember, it was all fun and games because you were liking it together. I don't want to hear it. And another one for me is abusive behavior. Any kind of abusive behavior, it's a no go for me. I'm not going to put up with it. I've been in abusive relationships, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. I refuse. No more for me.
Yeah.
Lying was to me a big one for me. Okay, because here's the thing, I am so hypersensitive about stuff like that, and if you plant a seed in my mind, you fucked up. You fucked up because now I'm questioning. Now I'm gonna be listening for inconsistencies in what you tell me, and I have past trauma about that already. So when things trigger me, small things, I'm like, but that's not what you just said. Then it was like what we were saying earlier. Wait. 1 plus 1 is not equaling 2. What's going on? And then I'm asking questions and I'm asking questions and now I'm making you a little nervous and now I'm making you stumble and fumble and fidget and and it's like so and that goes along with like keeping things from me because you think I'm going to get mad, not telling me something because you think I'm going to get mad. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand. We get madder when we find them out and you didn't lie to us about it or you didn't tell us. Like that's don't do that. Just bite the bullet and admit to it, say it, whatever it is, because keeping it from them or lying to them about it, thinking that, oh, I just didn't want them to get angry, will in fact make them angrier. So let's not do that. I just can't do that. Uh, then another one for me is empty promises, like where your words are not matching your actions. Like if someone say, "Oh, well, I
Oh,
was gonna do this," or "I was thinking of this," or "I plan on doing this," or like, and then it just never happens. Like, or they say, I'm gonna do, will change, I will do this," like, and then they don't do it.
I'll stop opening doors for bitches.
Why are you lying for?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
um, number 8. I have 10, by the way. number Number 8 for me is invalidating each other's feelings. Like I can't do that. Like we're gonna
It's
like
kind of like
don't
gaslighting a little bit.
that
It's like
yeah, sort of
a little
goes
bit
into
tied
that.
in.
But I can't. I think when you start invalidating each other's feelings, then you take away that safe space and it's not good. And I won't do that anymore. 9, totally dismissing the romance. Like I can't have that. I understand some people aren't as romantic as other people, but when you totally dismiss it and don't even try, not even a little bit every once in a while, I can't do that. I thrive on romance. Sometimes romance to me is kind of like air. I need it. So, and that's something that I make well aware in the beginning of getting to know someone, talk to someone, or anything like that. And if they completely dismiss the romance, play it off, like whatever, it's just not for me. I can't do it.
Um,
I need that. And number 10, the last one for me is refusing to grow or be vulnerable with me. Like I can't do that. Mauricio said understanding each other's love language. Yep, that was on one of my bare minimum things. Absolutely. But yeah, so if you refuse to grow as a person and you know what I mean, I just no, because that's like people are constantly growing. Like you constantly grow. If you stay stagnant and you're just like, "Oh, this is who I am, how I am, blah blah blah." Well, yeah, that's who you were when you were single. As a single person by yourself, you are no longer an I, you are now a we.
mhm.
So you have to grow as a person. And then
Yeah, like if you want to have sex 3 times a week and a blowjob every day and keep the house clean, bitch, you better grow out of that because that ain't happening. Yeah, I get it.
it's still a no. It's still a no for Abel. None of
Yeah,
that.
I get it. I get it all. I understand.
And
Opening
you
door
have,
for bitches.
you know, old ladies
Don't
only,
open. Don't open
75
the
and
door.
over.
Don't open the door for a bitch. She can open it for herself or himself. They can open it themselves.
75 and over. That's all.
Nope. Don't give a fuck about that either. Help yourself. You got your 75-year-old ass out here in these streets. You can be
You can open
wandering
your own
around
damn
these streets
door.
yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Firm
Bare
believer.
minimum. Bare minimum. Don't open the fucking doors for nobody but me.
Exactly. There
Period.
we go.
Anna says, I love the realistic ideology. I'm with you. Yes. Period. All of that. Well, Mauricio said, go eat, Abel. You're not you when you're hungry.
Hmm.
I wonder if some of your answers will be different after you eat.
No.
No.
No. Opening a door for a bitch? No, that's not going to ever change. Don't open a door for a bitch.
No.
Mm-mm.
No bitches.
I'm like, why am I
Period.
stopping my walking for this bitch you just opened the door for? Like, let's keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Leave them. Let's go. Mm-mm.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Bare Minimums. It's a good thing Abel's not like, too needy with his or anything. He's
Mm-mm.
look at him, so loving and thoughtful, nurturing. We love him so much.
Hi.
We're gonna get going so we can get Abel something to eat. But make sure you guys are checking us out on all of our social media platforms. You guys can also follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. This episode will release next week, so that is like the good thing about watching these live episodes. You do get them 1 week before they come out on all the podcasting platforms. Head over to our Instagram, like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Our YouTube, and make sure you are checking out our other podcast, Pop Culture After Dark, and the local influencers. Abel, go ahead, tell us a little bit more about those.
Yep, the local influencers just wrapped its last season, season 8, I think it was. It wrapped. Season 9's about to start recording soon. We talked to local creators, entrepreneurs, business owners, anyone doing good in the neighborhood. We interview them and talk about them. Those are like mini micro episodes compared to this and pop culture. Those are like tops 20 minutes long. And then on Pop Culture After Dark, it's basically this, but about celebrities and their business. And we talk all about the things that you are reading about. And for the fellas out there, we do talk about sports because sports a lot of the times is involved in pop culture. And I'm a big ESPN person. Like, I love ESPN. Like, everybody knows. I love football and those things. Anyways, Bonnie's like, bitch, you're
He's
lying.
lying. He's lying.
No, but we do talk about sports because they do a lot of times cross paths with pop culture, and we talk about just everything. And this week, we'll be back talking about all that Kate Middleton drama. Like, where's Kate, bitch? Somebody needs to ask Kate if she ate.
I can't, I can't wait to find out if Kate ate or if she did.
We need to know. That's what we talk
Where's
about,
Kate?
pop culture.
So make sure you check that out. That will come out Friday morning on all the podcasting platforms. And if you guys have any topics or anything that you would like for us to talk about or discuss, or just have any questions in general, make sure you hit us up on our Instagram pages. And yeah, they'll be all linked and noted on the show notes for you guys. So until then, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.